So, as I told you, there's two types of iron. It's the non-heme iron and the heme iron. The non-heme iron is the type that you need in order to have increased energy, stamina, endurance, and strength. And that's the healthy type of iron, while the heme iron is on the opposite side. So let's look into it a little bit. So non-heme iron comes from vegetables, fruits, nuts, and seeds. And as I told you, this type of iron is less absorbed, so it's absorbed at a lower rate. This means that you actually have to pay attention on your iron intake if you're going to use veggies, fruits, nuts, and seeds. You can actually control that by eating more iron-rich foods, and then you're going to have a bigger, a higher amount of iron to be absorbed here. So this is how you can actually play around with the necessary iron intake that you need. Now, two other good points about these is that you're also getting C vitamin, especially from fruits and veggies. And also seeds, nuts too, actually, but not as much as the other ones. So C vitamin, it's essential in iron absorption, and you need it for that. And another point is that some of these they function as chelators, just in case that you're going to absorb too much iron. Then the chelators are going to pull out the excess iron from your body. Some of the best chelators are beans and cilantro, parsley, stuff like that. Now let's look a little bit at the heme iron. Heme iron, it's known to get very well through the lumen of the duodenum, so it has an increased absorption. But this what does, let's say that you're eating a lot of meat, comes from red meat, poultry, fish, and all of that. If you're getting a lot, then because you have an increased absorption, it's going to accumulate, so you'll have more iron than you need, which is not good actually, because you'll need chelators for that. Now meat is practically doesn't have C vitamin, or it has in a very low amount, and it's a negative, because if you're not going to combine your meat with veggies that are high in C vitamin, then you'll have a poor iron absorption. Another negative for these meats is that they cause inflammation. Inflammation is the precursor of random diseases in the body, like different kinds of cancers, type 2 diabetes, heart stroke, and so on. So what this means and does, it actually blocks the oxygen transportation to your organs, and that's very important, because if it blocks, then what's the point? It means that you're not getting enough energy, right? So it blocks the oxygen, and because of this, I would rather stay with vegetables, fruits, nuts, and seeds than to get to meats if you really want high quality of energy, stamina, endurance, and strength. And just for you to know, there are people out there that are professional bodybuilders or professional athletes, cyclists, or who knows what else, but they are vegetarians, and because of that they have increased energy rates. So if you really want to get to that level, then you have to focus on these and not on these, or focus on these but just on a very tiny part of the whole diet. Yeah, so this is pretty much my explanation on the iron, and I hope that it makes sense. And let's hit the road with some other things that are known to be important for energy increase.